Sunday. Oh my golly gee. Sunday night sale. Hope you guys are doing good. Wow, talk about a brain fart to start the night off. All right, let me get set up on our YouTube side here. Bear with me for a minute. Oh, shoot. Turn off the sound. Volume. There we go. Okay. Got that part. All right. Let me just set it to subscriber mode and then we'll be good to go. I wish there was a way I could set this so it like automatically did it for each sale, but it is what it is, I suppose. All right. Well, sounds good. Chat is now open to everyone. Okay, perfect. YouTube, thank you very much. Hey, Paula. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, welcome in, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good, I figured out, Sunday evening. I ran over to Savers a few hours ago to get some footage for my Tuesday video. And it was busy as all get out, which isn't surprising. Savers always is. But you guys will see when the video comes out that there was quite a bit of cool stuff. But, I mean, wow. The pricing on it was, as Rami would say, crazy talk. So it was interesting. I found a few things though, and I had a 20% off coupon. So I was going to bring those things out tonight, but I think I'll wait until after you guys have seen the video. That way there's some element of surprise as to what happens. But let's get started, guys. Let me pull our first deal on over to the stage here. Edit item. Whoa. That would have been a typo. Okay. Let me edit the shipping on this one. This is a small item, so I want to make sure it accounts for a smaller box. It was so weird today. I was packing stuff up, and I had one package that I was going to potentially ship instead of USPS, potentially do it via like UPS or FedEx. And this was via another platform, but I don't want to talk about the platform. It was the fact that it was all grayed out. UPS and FedEx was all grayed out. They weren't an option. So I don't know, did something happen that I'm not aware of? I have no idea, but it was not an option to do. All right, so let's talk about this. This is actually, we're going to run these next, but I had these that I picked up. I think it's City Thrift. I think it might have been the City Thrift in Waldo, actually. There's a set of 3 of these. But anyways, I was unwrapping them, and there was something in one wrapped up, and it turned out to be this. It's a little like perfume bottle. There's some kind of an old label on there, but there's nothing left to it. It's like it got peeled off. But it does have the stopper piece. The body is this nice ribbed texture. I'm not positive. Typically, these kinds of pieces as perfumes would have longer stems. Now, in my experience, those longer stems, if it had one, are often missing. They tend to break off. So I'm not positive whether this one had one or not, but nonetheless, It fits in there perfectly. It's adorable. Let me set that down and I'll show you guys the bottle. There's no chips or cracks or damage to this piece at all. It's just a really cool cobalt little piece. I'm not sure who makes it. So starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. Tiny little ribbed glass cobalt. I'm going to go with perfume. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody have a good Sunday? All right, KB got what? Congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me mark that one. That's going to need a little painter's tape to hold that on. Here we go. Okay. Now it's on there. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. All right. So I said we were going to run these next. There's a set of 3. There's 2 orange. Let's see what kind of talent I've got here. Not much. It's been a long time since I've bartended, like 20 years or so. So there's 2 orange ones and then like this lime green one. And let me weigh them all real quick. They're just at about 3 pounds total. And let me give you some dimensions roughly here. About 3 or so, 3 1/4 inch wide, and they stand close to 6 inches tall. These are Mexican blown glass, and I just love the like unevenness of it. Just I don't know if you'd consider it flaws. I don't. I think it just adds to the character and coolness of it. You got that smoothed out but crude pontil on the bottom. It's that nice, like thick glass. I love this green too. This one here, another crude pontil. No chips or cracks or damage to any of these pieces. And here's the other one. And the base of it. They're not signed or anything like that. All right, let me get us set up here. Yeah, I always feel like I need elevator music for this. There we go. Done. Updates. Okay, so starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Is it going? It's going. All right, there's 2 orange colored ones and 1 lime green one. They're all in great condition. If I had to guess, I would think they'd hold at least 20 ounces or so, but I haven't measured them to know that for sure. And yeah, I think I got these at the City Thrift in Waldo, like forever ago now. All right, Katie, thank you very much. Congratulations. Mark that. Set these to the side for you. All right. Now, are my brass people in here yet? Hey, She-Bam8. Hope you're doing well. I don't know who all's... hey, Paula over on the YouTube side. I'm doing good. Thank you very much. I hope you are as well. Are any of my brass people in here? I think there's a bug hitting the window. It freaked me out. All right, I'll wait to do the brass items again. Okay, let's run this vase. This vase I've just picked up in my last video. Let me see if I can get more of this tag off. Because I don't think this is signed, but I never did remove the whole tag. Get off me. Tag. I think it's probably a made in China piece just based on how the base of it is. But it is white cased in red with these black stripes. There's no damage to it that I have found. It's really pretty though. It's roughly about 2.5 diameter and 6 1/4 tall. It weighs just shy of a pound. Let me get us set up here. Edit the shipping here. So yeah, I don't know. Did any of you guys have any issues or notice anything with like FedEx and UPS today? All right, starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. Really cool, pretty glass vase, white cased in red. Very modern feeling vase. All right, set that guy there. Okay, I'm bringing this back out because this is adorable. And I love this. I picked this up at Heart and Hand, I don't know, guys, a couple months ago now. And it's basically like as if it had just come out of the package. It's in perfect condition. I don't know how well it's going to show you guys. The writing on it is a little bit blurry to me. It's Rodin, I think, Creations, or Rodin. I'm not sure how you say it. But I'm honestly having trouble making out the date. I feel like it says 1962, which I think would kind of line up with like the graphics on it. But it also works. Don't even need batteries for it. All right, restart auction. Let's edit this bad boy. No, he's good. All right, starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. Cool vintage baby temp, room temp. I just couldn't believe the condition this is still in. All right, set that guy there. What else did we have? Oh, I wanted to do these ones again real quick. And then I have some stuff that we haven't ran yet. Some really cool stuff. All right, so this is a set of 3. I'll show them to you one at a time. They're nautical themed, like shadow box, and then it has glass on the front. And as far as I know and can tell, those look to be real shells and stuff on the inside. I'll get those stickers off. Ruth Burke's Seaside Creations, Seabrook, Texas. So they've got a little bit of age to them, but I love this blue coloring to the frame. Here is the second one. Obviously all similar in theme. Oh, I had it upside down, so it actually looks like that. And there's the back of it. They're all in really nice condition. They need to be dusted, and I'll clean them up for you. Cool sand dollar in that one. But yeah, they're all in great condition. I can't remember what they all weigh. Just shy of 2 pounds. All right, let me get us set up here. And these ones I think I got at, I feel like it was Goodwill in Bonner Springs, but then I think it was the Goodwill in Bonner Springs where I found these. All right, starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. I can't hold all 3 at once, but nice, cool, nautical vintage wall decor. Grab this one. So nobody was saying, thank you very much, Katie. Congratulations. These things are so cool. What number was that? Number 2. And I'll dust them and all that stuff for you, Katie. I won't send them to you dirty. They'll be ready to hang on the wall. All right. Okay, let me get this sticker out of the way, or I'll get it stuck to something. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start with this one. What was I saying though? Oh, since none of y'all are saying anything about the FedEx and UPS stuff, I guess maybe only I had that issue. I don't. Maybe they were just down for the time at that moment. I don't know. It was strange. I've been selling on eBay for forever. So, I'm not supposed to mention other platforms, but I've been selling online for a while. I've never had that happen. So I just thought, like, uh-oh, is there something in the shipping world going crazy that we all need to know about? All right, this is a redware teapot. And if I remember correctly, this is the one that is Canadian art pottery, I think is what it says on the bottom. And this is the one that has that spout right here. I don't know. It's different. And I liked it. This is all hand painted. It's cold painted. There's very little wear. Like, I think right about here on the green paint. But otherwise, guys, like you can see a little mark there and there. But it's overall in like stunning condition. Let me pull it up. Here's the interior of the lid. Let me look at it good because I don't want to tell you wrong. I don't see chips or cracks. Nope. That's a little bit more of a glaze skip, but you can almost call it a flea bite to the glaze there. Kind of looks more like a glaze skip to me, but nonetheless, it's there. But that's the only thing I see on the lid. Now, for the teapot, it is dusty. I need to clean it. Let me double check on the spout. I just want to make sure nothing was like broken and repaired. You know how they get sneaky. You know how when you're out thrifting and stuff and you look things over and you're like, oh my God, it's in beautiful condition. And then you get home and you say, oh crap. Like, how did I not see that in the store? I don't know. It's some with the lighting. But I see no chips or cracks or crazing anywhere to the rim in here, to the exterior rim. I see no issues with the handle, with the spout, neither on the foot as well. I don't know how well I'll get it to show you guys, but it says Canadian art pottery, Royal Canadian art pottery, drip something. I don't know if I can get this tag off. Is that something else underneath the tag? I don't know. I'll finish getting that off later. We'll leave whatever that is to the imagination for the time. Yeah, Rami, I know. That's how I feel. That's like that ruby candy dish I have back there. I looked it over in the store, and then I get home and I'm unwrapping it, and I'll be darned if there's not. I mean, it's a small chip and it's not a big deal, but it's there, and I'm like, I swear, I looked this thing over. How ridiculous. I don't know. But, that's the name of the game, too. All right, what's he weigh? Just shy of 2 pounds. Let me edit this item here. All right, we should be good. Okay, so starting at $10, running for 20 seconds, Royal Canadian Art Pottery, redware, hand-painted floral design. I suppose that, are those tulips? I don't know. Anyway, floral design, cold painted. Hey, Lisa D. All right, let me set this guy over here. All right, now, what was this one? Okay, that's pottery. These are those 4 bowls. What was this one? Oh, that's that one I just wrapped up. Okay. These are the 3 Hager pieces. Okay. Well, let's start with the small one of these. Okay. Can't get the paper like that. Okay, so I have 2. Oh golly, I don't remember what they actually called the color, but the like ice blue, pale blue color, and I'll show you the pieces individually, the bottom and the top, of these Fenton hen on a nest. There's the sticker. And let me look him over good. His beak's good. His bird hat's good. Tail feather's good. Rim on the interior and exterior are good. The top part looks to be in perfect condition. And then the bottom part, let me look it over. Interior rim is good. Exterior rim looks good. Okay. I think he is damage free. And this one here, he'd be made post 1971 because you can see the debossed Fenton mark in the circle there. All right. Now, this one I think they refer to as the 5.5-inch hen. Which that is right about where he's at. All right. Let me weigh him. All right, just over 1 pound. Restart. Let's fix his shipping amount. Okay. I think that is good to go. Okay, so starting at $15, no damage, Fenton hen on a nest. And I apologize, I can't remember what they called this blue, but you know, like an ice blue, pale blue. Not today, buddy. We'll sit him right here. Okay. Well, we'll wait on that plate. What are these? Oh, that was Dumbo. We'll run him again. Let me grab this. So if you guys watched one of my recent videos, I found over at the Bonner Springs Goodwill, I think 3 pieces of Hager pottery. And it's this like brassy, bronzy, metallic, you know, and I don't know. I was walking down the aisle and this shape caught my eye. And of course, then the glaze as well. It does have 3 felt feet. Now this one doesn't have a Fenton sticker on it, but I figured out that it was Fenton because I found the other pieces and they have their stickers. Let me check his interior here. I don't think there's any chips, cracks, or issues. I don't see any issues to it. Let me get you guys some rough dimensions on it real quick. Let's see, about 9.5 inches long and just shy of 7 inches tall. Let me weigh it. And just shy of 3 pounds. All right, let me get a set up here. Do. All right, there we are. Okay, starting at $12. Now, it is technically vintage, but I think these pieces are all from the 90s, maybe early 2000s. I'm trying to remember the dates on the stickers on the other two pieces that I have. But I thought this was beautiful. All right. Set that guy over there. Push that down. Okay. Set you back there. Okay. Might as well run the other ones. Okay, so this one here is the same, glaze. Hager, copyright 2003. I don't know if you guys can see that very good. There's little brown felt feet on the bottom of each foot. 4-footed square-shaped vase. Let me check it over real good. Looks to be in really good shape. Oh, and here's like a residue spot, probably where the original Hager sticker was, Let's see. So it is about 4 1/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch and just shy of 11 inches tall. Let's see what it weighs. About 3.5 pounds. All right, restart auction. What were we at? 3.5. Okay. We'll just leave it where it's at. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. A 2003 Hager vase. Really pretty metallic. I'd go with copper color glaze. All right. Oh boy. Set you there. Okay. Let's do our other hen on a nest real quick. I'll have to take you out one piece at a time. Okay. So this is another Fenton one. And I think it's that same ice blue kind of color. Let me take this sticker off of him. Okay, so here's these top half, and I'm going to check him over real good. And I don't recall them having damage at all. But the last time I looked them over was in the store, so like we were just saying, you know how that can go. All right, the top half I don't see any damage to. Perfect condition. And the bottom half, I do not feel any chips, cracks, or issues. Has that nice basket weave. And then, of course, on the base, again, it'll be a post-1971 piece. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it has the Fenton embossed right here. This one here, I think, was 8.5 or 9 inches long, something like that. 9.5 inches long. And stands about 6.5 inches tall. And just over 3 pounds. Let me restart. Yeah, that should be good. All right. Starting at $15, running for 20 seconds. Really nice pale blue. Fenton hen on a nest. No damage. Just beautiful. All right. It's not a bird kind of night, I think. Okay. What else did I have that I wanted to do? I don't know how many people are interested in. Oh, maybe I better set that there. Oh, I know. Hold on. Before we run those other ones, I wanted to run these tumblers. These are those amber colored Whitehall glasses. And I know I looked them over last night or the night before whenever we ran them. Just want to double check them. Yep, I still don't see any issues. So it's a set of 2. Do I happen to have any pottery bowls on the medium to larger side? Probably. More than likely. Where at is another question, but I can work on digging for them as we go. It certainly wouldn't surprise me if I have some. We'll hunt for them. All right, so these amber colored Whitehall glasses, I think. Let me restart auction. How much did they weigh? Just over 2 pounds. Okay. Edit item. Okay. Update listing. And starting at $10 for the pair, running for 20 seconds. I like these honey amber. I don't always love the amber color. It just depends on the shade. But I do think they make really cool, like fall time pieces. All right, Katie, congratulations. Thank you very much. Which one was that? Number 3. All right. That there. Okay. Now, what else was I going to run? Oh. Pottery jar or bowl. I do have this bowl that's sitting out on the table. It does have a tiny bit of crazing to where the, let me set this down. I don't know why it makes things more difficult on myself. It does have crazing right here, but I haven't found any crazing over the drip glaze on either side. And I also don't see crazing on the interior. But if you're interested in that one, I can certainly run that. And I'll tell you what, we're just going to run it. What do you weigh? Just about a pound. All right. Let's see here. Might as well just run it. Why not? All right. Starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. Oh, and I should mention it is signed by Russell, I think. And I think that says 2005 on there. But I loved that drip glaze on it. Okay, now again, this piece needs to be cleaned up like really badly. But I think this is an Ellie Smith piece, and it's I think the large size canister. And I don't remember what they called this pattern. Was it like fleur de lis or something like that? More for the middle of your dining room table. Okay, yeah, I do have some larger bowls. I think most of them are going to be in that bigger box over there. So I don't know. We'll try looking and seeing what's in there. All right, so this piece, let me see here. The seal was in perfect condition. The lid, no chips or cracks or issues to the glass either. Now, like I said, guys, it needs to be cleaned and I will wash it for you. But no chips or cracks to the rim that I notice or any other damage. There's the base of it for you. It's not marked with anything on the bottom, but I feel like Ellie Smith did this. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me weigh this thing here. About 2.5 pounds. All right. Restart auction. Do. 2.5. All right. Okay. Update listing. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Really cool. Amber colored canister. And I believe these normally came in sets, like with graduated other ones, if I remember correctly. All right, Rami, congratulations. Thank you very much. Are you not working tonight, Rami? Did you call in sick so you could hang out for my sale? I mean, I'm not going to tell on you or anything. It'll be our secret. No, you're not working. I'm glad you could be here. Okay. Dining room bowl size something. Okay. Something's going to have to move here. Move those there. All right. Now. Oh, yeah. Let go, man. I definitely wanted to run these tonight. Let me pull these out. Okay. I've got this art pottery bowl. And we'll run it since I brought it out and it's beautiful. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but we will run it. I'm going to run my mermaid tray again too. Okay. Let me see. Oh, this will be a good one to run too. Oh, hot dog. Well, I'm glad we started digging. I'm finding all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, what else? Oh gosh, what was that? fun one. Ooh. Those are fun. We'll run those too. Hold on, let me dig a little more. That is, these are like appetizer servers. Oh my God, that's big and heavy. Let me set it here. What's this? What are you? Oh, that's such a giant platter. Oh, and you're big. So we might run you too. Okay. Oh. I do have hold those up. Oh, those are those cups. We want to run those. That's that other cup we'll run. These are saucers. Okay. I have this giant bowl too. And it's a biggin. It's, oh, no. Dang it. Now I got nowhere to set it. Hold on. All right. It's about 13.5-inch diameter. And I don't know, maybe 3.5 or 4 inches in height. If that one fits your fancy. Either way, we'll run it. Let me set it somewhere. Right, we'll set it right back there. What was in this one? Any more bowls? Pottery. What's that? Oh, that's the birdhouse. Oh, we might have to run him. We might have to run the birdhouse too, guys. Okay. Well, let's get started somewhere. Here, we'll start with this bowl first. All right. Now, looking at it, this right here is part of a sticker. When I was running this the other night, I kept thinking, is that a chip or something? But no, it's part of the sticker. Let me try to get it off there so that it's easier to tell. Because there are a couple flea bites to the glaze right here. And it looks like there might be one little flea bite right there. But it otherwise, I think, is good. This is a very different bowl. If it is signed, it's underneath these feet, and I can't see it. So I don't know, it kind of wouldn't surprise me if it was signed. I mean, this is such a cool piece. I don't even really have words for it. I love this. It's like this gritty, rocky texture that they kind of went over with in gold. It sort of makes it look like pyrite, and you can see sort of this face here. And then I thought, where is it? Yeah, there's like another sort of face right up here. It is crazy cool. And let me show you the exterior of it. All this like kind of geometric pattern and stuff. Very designer-esque. Oh, thank you very much, Star. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. We're just getting ready to run this art pottery bowl. Let me weigh it and see, because it does have some weight to it. It's just over 3 pounds, though. It's not too bad. All right, let me set us up here. Edit item. And there we go. Okay. Update listing. All right, guys. So starting at $15, running for 20 seconds. Really cool art pottery, abstract, modern bowl. And like I said, if it is signed, and this here is not damaged, that's more sticker that I have to take off. If it is signed, it's underneath these felt feet. All right, let me set this guy down. Set you where? Let's set you right there. Okay. Let's run these glasses next. Slide bowl with bikes. A bowl with bikes. Oh. You talking about this one? All right, yeah. It's a pretty good sized bowl. It's terracotta. It's by Studio Nova. I believe it's called Hip Hop. And it was made in Portugal. And I want to say when I picked this up during my haul review, like I tried to look up info on it and I really couldn't find, like even on replacements and stuff, I couldn't find info on this specific pattern. So I was kind of at a loss for it. I couldn't find comps anywhere on this exact one. All right, about 13. It's about 13.5-inch diameter. And here, we're just going to run it. Restart auction, edit item. Let me see how much it weighs. Right about 4 pounds. And it'll need a slightly bigger box. So let me update that. Okay. Update listed. All right. So I don't know. It could be worth $1 million. It could be a really rare pattern. I don't know. But we're going to start it at $15 and run for 20 seconds. It's really cool. I don't think there was any damage to it that I see. There's no crazing that I can see. I mean, it really kind of looks brand new. All right, Charmson, congratulations. Thank you very much. I pulled out all these goodies from back there. Now I ran myself out of room to set something. Hold on. Let's see. That was number 5. Oh, golly. I'm going to need to get a whole nother table in here. Things get wild and crazy during my live sales. Super wild and crazy. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to run these 2 glasses. I suppose you'd still call these sort of Pilsners. Did I find pottery bowls? Yes, I found one and I just sold it. Do you want me to show it to you or will that make you mad? And then I found this one and we ran it. Are you interested in this one? Because I can rerun it. It's a very designer, artsy, abstract. It is, I believe, Studio Pottery. There's 4 felt feet on the bottom, and so I don't know that it's signed that I have found anywhere, but if it is, it might be under that, or they may not have signed it. You might pull off those feet and find nothing. But I definitely get a Studio Art Pottery. Little too different for me. Okay, no problem, no problem. I'm gonna keep hunting. I'm gonna keep hunting. There's more boxes back. There's a few more boxes back there. Well, Rami was here. And hey, everybody on the YouTube side. I'm sorry, I don't mean to forget y'all. I even have my phone set up down here so I can see the comments, but I forget to look at it. Yes, Rami made it tonight. He got the night off work, so he's here to hang out. All right, so back to these glasses. I suppose these would still be called Pilsner's glasses. They're definitely in that more Pilsner shape. But they have this, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but it's green rim. And then on the top is blue. And I don't know how well the light, let me try and see if that helps at all. Can you guys see the blue on the top of the green? It is really cool. These are Mexican blown glass, I believe. Here is the bottom. Smooth, crude pontals. Not signed or anything that I know of. Again, another smooth, crude pontal. No damage, no chips, no cracks or issues. These are just pretty. All right, just about 2.5 pounds. Let me duplicate. And let's edit. They're not 5 pounds, that's for sure. And fix our box size here. Okay, update listing. All right, guys, so starting at $12 for the pair. Two really beautiful, I'm going to go with Pilsner style. Mexican blown art glass. Glasses. All right. Let me see. Maybe I should set these back over here. What's underneath this box? Oh, that's a whole dish set. This is a whole Vitro Master, the Hannah pattern. That's a whole thing. We don't want to do all that. Okay. Well, let's come back over here. We're going to run a few things that I pulled out. Thank you so much, BD. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. All right, guys. This is a Christmas tray, serving tray. It is signed on the back. I'm not positive. I feel like it was Italian, maybe. If anybody else knows, let me know. I think it is hand painted, it appears. Let me check it. There's no chips or cracks or crazing to it. Looks like from the foot rim, like it's a terracotta type clay material. I would guess it's probably a foot long, but let me check it. Just over 13.5 inches long and about 7.5 inches wide and about 2.5 pounds. All right, restart auction, edit the item someday. There we go. That ought to be fine. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Really cute, Christmas style, holiday style. Little tray, signed on the back. I'm not sure who that is, but all right. Figure out where to put you. Hold on. Okay. Okay, next up, the Mermaid. Oh, there we go. The Mermaid. And this is another one that has like this textured kind of thing going on down here. And then they put this glaze over it. So it makes it look like, you know, the sea floor, the sea bottom. And then even her mermaid parts are are textured as well. And of course she has fabulous hair, naturally. It is marked on the back. I don't know who that mark is. Maybe one of y'all do. But, and then I want to say this was roughly a 12 by 12. Ooh, it was an 11 by an 11. So, and it's completely hand painted. Right about 2.5 pounds. Restart auction. Let's edit. Let's see, 2.5. Okay, that should be good. All right. So starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. Art Pottery Mermaid tray. Stamped with somebody's something mark. No damage to it that I recall. All right. Let me set her right there. Okay. Now, I have this set of these. Yeah, BD, you have to come over to Niknax. If you follow that QR code on the screen, it should bring you right into the live sale. And if you're not registered, it'll have you do all that. So these are signed, or well, marked, I should say. What is, I don't know. For a second, I thought it looked like a number looking at it through the screen, but I'm not positive. I don't know. I've got more of them. We'll keep looking at it. But they're these little, no, there's no monthly fee. Nope. No subscription fee. Little arts, pottery. They are stoneware. And I can't remember how many are in the set. DS. D is in dog, S is in Sam. That's what it is, I think. And they're just these little kind of shallow chalices. Let's see. I feel like there might be 6 of them here. Maybe 5 or 6. Yeah. DS, I think, is what's going on in there. But they are super cool. Still DS. Yeah, I have a few sitting over here. All right, we're up to 4 on those cups. I think we have 6. Okay, last one. Still DS. And I'm not seeing any chips, cracks, or issues. Let me look them over. There's one more to go, but let me look over what I've pulled out so far. These are stinking cool. Nope, they look good. Okay. Drum roll, final one. That's sticker residue. Okay, good. All right. So a set of 6 art pottery. All right, sounds good, BD. Art pottery chalice style cups, all signed with DS on the base. Let me restart the auction and let me try and weigh these. Let me see if I can fit 2 more on here. All right, about 3.5 pounds. Edit the item. Okay. Update listing. All right, starting at $16, running for 20 seconds. I will definitely not be able to hold these up at the same time, but it's a set of 6 of these art pottery stoneware chalices. I would imagine they probably hold 4 to 6 ounces, something like that. All right. Once you sign up over there, can I just stay over there on the chat? Yeah. Once you're signed up on Niknax and you're in the sale, yeah, there's you have access to the Niknax chat. All right, let me try to quickly put these back in some protective paper. Of some form. There we go. All right. Put those over here. Are any of those bowls? Nope. Okay. All right. Bring this guy back out too. Okay, guys. I want to run our birdhouse here. I don't know how many of you guys saw this video, but I'm still blown away by this piece. This is the kind of piece that I know I'll never come across again because it's one of a kind. It's handmade, you know. It's just awesome. I love it. It is signed on the base. I think it says Kelly Aaron 2008. The tin itself is a Hawthorne made in USA, like an Old Spice or coffee tin kind of thing. And on the lid of it, so the lid of the canister is adhered and underneath this cement, but on the handle of the lid, they attached this bird shaker and painted it black. But it's just, it says Blackbird Bachelor Loft Chicks Welcome. So it's got just all kinds of random stuff, pottery pieces, little race cars. It's got a watch face, like some kind, I don't know, beer, Boulevard Bruin beer. It has a piece of Russell Wright pottery somewhere in here too. Somewheres right here. So it is just really, really cool. I don't really have words for it, to be honest. All right. Oh, let me see how much he weighs. All right. He's just 2 pounds. Let's edit the item. All right. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Adorable, one of a kind, unique in every aspect of that word. Birdhouse. Decorative birdhouse. All right, KB got what? Congratulations. Thank you very much. See, that was number 6. All right. Okay. Let me put a little painter's tape on there. Make sure that Post-it stays in place. Okay. Now, I've got this giant Oh my gosh, I know, Rami. That thing is amazing to me. Again, I have no words for it. It's so cool. So this here is another Mexican art pot. I keep saying art pottery. Art glass, blown glass, I should say, really. Pitcher. This darn sticker's still in the way. I don't think it's signed with anything, though. Just that basic crude pontil. Come on, sticker. Dang, Goodwill. Be using some serious adhesives. Yeah, I think it's just that smoothed out pontil. But what I love about this is this teal color. Let me grab that whiteboard again so you guys can see it better. Like that teal color and then the cobalt handle and rim. I just think is so cool. And I love the crudeness in the glass, how you can see all the bubbles and stuff. It has the applied glass handle, spouts. The whole top rim is in perfect condition. It is amazing. Amazing. Big Berg, is that you from the YouTube side? BD? Yeah. Congratulations. Welcome over. All right, let me weigh this picture. Let me see. 3 pounds. All right. Duplicate. Edit. How tall is this bad boy? So I feel like he maybe needed a slightly larger box. Maybe not. We can probably get away with it. All right. Update listing. Okay. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful Mexican blown glass pitcher. And I don't know, I don't see these in the teal very often. Do you guys come across this colorway very often? So stinking cool. Really pretty. Where can I set you? Oh my gosh. It's going to be like gymnastics. Oy. Okay. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be so funny if I fell over? I think it makes you register payment before it'll allow you to bid. I believe so. More stickers there. Okay, guys, this piece it's been a minute since we've seen it. And I feel like this came in a pair originally. I could be wrong. But it's amazing. Let me check it over. I remember finding it and like really double checking through the neck and stuff, because oftentimes, you know, you'll find it broken somewhere along here and it's glued back together. And this guy, no damage to the neck at all. I'm checking them over for other flea bites and such. And I'm not seeing anything. He does have some crazing. But as far as chips and cracks and flea bites, I don't see anything. And here's his backside also. Was he impressed with something? Marcia, California, made in USA is what's impressed along here. But, I mean, holy smokes. I love this thing. Okay, let me weigh it. Right about 2 pounds. How tall are you, my friend? All right, 13 and a half by about 10 and a half. Okay. Let me get him all set up here. Oh gosh, that already left my head. What did you weigh? Just about 2 pounds. Okay. So let me edit that. 3 pounds. He'll need just a slightly larger box, so let me fix that. His neck's not broken, and I don't want him to show up at your house broken. So he'll need a slightly larger box than my standard one. All right, guys, starting at $16, running for 20 seconds. Very mid-century flamingo. I cannot believe I found this guy. I think I got him at the City Thrift in Overland Park. And what blew me away was the fact that he had no damage. Like, how does that happen? All right, Rami. Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. What was that? Number 7. All right. Let me put a little painter's tape on there to hold it on. I think I'm going to have to invest in like some little, not Post-its, but some other kind of little sticker that I can take on and off easy, you know? Something that would be better than stickers. Okay, so this piece is heavy. All right, I'm going to start off by saying that it's heavy, guys. But it is really stinking cool. I'm trying to see if it was signed anywhere. Because I felt like we found a signature, didn't we? Maybe not. Okay, well, regardless, it's a hand-thrown piece. I don't know how well you guys can see down in there, but it is in like flawless condition. Here is, I don't know what these characters mean. It should let you from your phone. I don't know, do you have an Android or an iPhone, BD? Because I have an Android, and I know sometimes it gives me issues, like with accessing or being able to do certain things, you know? But I don't know why it wouldn't let you add your address. If need be, reach over to customer support, and they'll get you set up and squared away. So on the other side of this is this. I don't know if this is actually what it's supposed to be, but it reminds me of that, like, what is it, Oros Borealis or whatever, you know, like the snake eating its tail thing. But it is so cool, such a cool piece of pottery. And I am just honestly surprised. I could have sworn that we found marks on here, but apparently not. It's, like I said, it's heavy. Duplicate. Let me edit this thing. All right. Shipping wise, it'll still probably need that larger box. It's definitely not 37 pounds though. Let's fix that. Holy smokes. All right, guys. So starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. This really cool, I'm just going to call it Oriental style pottery. It is stoneware, I believe. Did I ever show you guys the base, or have I just been looking at it? All right. Let me set this over here. Oh, okay. What was it? Oh. Was it these? No. Where was it? No. think I stuck them in here. Here they are. Okay. So this is a set of 4 Franciscan glasses that glow. No damage to them. I think I got these over at Heart and Hand. But I'm going to show you their glow here in a second. Okay. So there's a total set of 4. There's 2 of them. No damage to them. They're in perfect condition. Probably need to be washed, and I'll do that. But other than that, oh, you got it. Oh, good. Oh, let me show you guys the glow on these. I think I don't really need to turn the light out to show you the glow, but we do it for the fun. I mean, there's just, wow. That's insanity to me. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. I don't remember what these all weigh. Let me see here. All right, just about 4 pounds. Restart auctions. You didn't know they glow, Rami? Yep, you better go get your black light. Let's see. You know, Rami, though, I didn't know they glowed when I bought them. You think you should tag sale, that way you could get rid of a lot of stuff? Well, that's kind of what I'm doing, Andres. That's the goal anyway. We're getting there. We're making our way. All right, guys. So starting at $20, running for 20 seconds, set of 4, absolutely stunningly gorgeous, in perfect condition, Franciscan, glowing. I don't know what you call them. Are they still tumblers? Are they considered tumblers? I'm not sure. But they're beautiful. I love the foot on them. All right, awesome. Katie got what? Congratulations. Thank you very much. Let's see, what is that, number 8? All right. Let's set these guys. Hold on, let me rearrange a little. Move over birdhouse. Let's set these guys here. And there we go. Work smarter, not harder, right? You know, isn't that what they say? I know, those are really, really stinking cool. I don't know if I've ever come across another set of those in the wild before. Like, I was just blown away. And I literally didn't know that they glowed. Because what about this? You know, this isn't the typical green that, you know, when you see it, you think, oh, that might glow. Like, it didn't even enter my brain. And then for some reason, when I got home, I don't remember if I was like trying to look up comps or what, but I found out, I think that's what it was. I was trying to look up comps and saw somebody else had pictures in their listing of them under a UV light. And I was like, oh my God. So of course, the first thing I did was go check them. And by golly, they sure did glow. Oh, CJ Brown, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Okay. I want to run this guy next. And I love him. And if you saw my video yesterday, I know I try to run a black light over everything too now, but I need to put one in my purse. I need to order another black light to carry with me so that I can check things as I go. But then I know I'm going to look like that crazy person, like walking down the glass aisle, because even clear glass can glow. You know, I'm going to be that crazy person, like going, I mean, I don't care. I have no problem drawing a crowd. If you guys saw my video yesterday, yes, it does. Vintage Vino, yes, it does. The other reason for any of you resellers or collectors out there, another really good reason to have a black light is because, one, adhesives show up under black light. They will glow like the dickens, but it also will help identify cracks and fractures and things like that. Whether you're talking glass or pottery, it doesn't matter. I recommend, if you're a collector or a reseller, get a black light. I think I ordered this little one on Amazon for like $10 or less, you know, a while back, and it works perfectly fine for what I need it for. But yeah, absolutely, I would definitely get one. The other thing with pottery is doing the old, you know, kind of thing, and it should sound solid, you know. He may not be the best piece to do it with because he's got a handle I'm holding on to, but still, tapping it should sound, am I using the right word? Like solid? All right. So anyways, if you guys saw my video yesterday at the Goodwill in Bonner Springs, I picked this guy up. And the only damage or issue I could find on him was like a tiny, it's probably not even going to show up for you guys. There is a teeny tiny bit of like fine hairline crazing right here and kind of down along the handle. But the weird part is, like, on the body of him and stuff and the spout, I don't see crazing at all. Now, that being said, he does have a few like chips. He's got those two. And then he's got this one on the back here. And he's got a little spot right here along his foot. But his interior, he needs to be cleaned, and I'll do that. His interior looks really good. I don't see any crazing or anything on the interior. But whether you got him to use him as a legit picture or you got him just as decoration, I think either way works. All right, let me see. He's just shy of 3 pounds. Let me get us set up here. Let's see, 3 pounds. And he might need a slightly bigger box. Let me fix that. Okay. All right. I'm going to start him at 16, running for 20 seconds. He is Mexican pottery. Did I show you guys the bottom? He's signed Mexican pottery. He is gorgeous. Hand painted. I couldn't help it when I saw him. I couldn't believe nobody else had bought him. I instantly thought, how long has this guy been sitting on the shelf? Awesome, Rami. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Let's see, that was number 9. But yeah, I was thinking, how long has he been sitting on the shelf? Because he couldn't have been there long. There's just no way that many people would have passed by this thing. I don't know. I can't fathom that. All right, set that guy over there. Okay, what else did we have to do? What were these? Oh. Oh, dang it. I even looked up her name earlier. Leech. Something Leech is this artist's name. Gail Leech, maybe? I don't know. Shipping is separate, but I do combine shipping. And so any overage on shipping, I refund you. I don't charge you guys for shipping supplies, boxes, any of that stuff. Whatever the shipping cost is legit just whatever the postal carrier is charging you for physically taking it to you. So dang it. Gail Leech. I remember when I did the video on these and I couldn't figure out the signature, and some of you brilliant people out there figured it out. And last night when I ran them, I ran just one of them first because when I had found it in the box, the one that was sitting right next to it was broken. It somehow, I don't know, it got broken. But the other one was still in perfect condition. And I thought, oh no, now I'm down to 1 cup. But I had forgotten that I had gotten a set of 3. And so, turns out, I still have a pair. And so I figured we'd run them again. I feel like these are called Coffee by the Sea, and there are some other designs that this artist did. But I feel like they were based out of New York, if I remember right. Let me see what they weigh. Just over a pound. All right. Duplicate. Edit item. Edit the shipping. I hope the screen's not too wiggly for you guys as I'm doing this. I bought those like more heavy duty tripods when I was at the Goodwill the other day, and they I mean, they're better than the one I had before as far as sturdiness, but I still feel like it's pretty wiggly. Yes, they're Leech. Leech. Gail, is it Gail Leech? Oh, no problem, CJ Brown. Take care. See you later. Ann Leech. Is that it? Look at the bottom again. Because I know I couldn't make it out. And then I made a little short video saying Ann Leech, though, you think, saying mystery solved. And I rewatched that earlier today, and it has literally already left my brain. Go figure. All right, starting at $18, running for 20 seconds. They are ceramic mugs, I guess you could call them, cups. They're in perfect condition. No chips, cracks, crazing. All right, set those guys there. What did all you paper come from? I don't know. Okay, let me run a couple, ow, of these art pieces again. Oh, holy smokes. And let me see too, because I think I had somewhere. Look back here. Oh. Well, we can run this again too. Okay, well, I've got one of these boxes. Oh, here. With a few more, like, paintings or artwork and stuff in them. But let's start with these. Okay, so these, it's a set of 2. And they are, I think, quite old. The type of paper, can you guys see that? It's like that, I don't know if it was linen paper. They are signed, I think they say A. Paulson. And then it says 47 right below the name. But I'm not entirely convinced these are from 1947. I think they might be older than that. But here's the matching buddy. Now the frames have, you know, a couple dings on them. But, and here's the back, and I'll get the sticker off. And let me see this one here. If it had, this one here has a little roughness to this side. But they're both signed, and I think they're watercolor pieces. Let me hit restart. And what do they weigh? All right. Okay, so starting at $12, couple of signed, framed, and it's wood framed, and they do have glass on the front. Hand painted pieces. Yes, I do, Rami. I don't mind putting them in the mix either, Rami. That's no problem. All right, and then these, I was trying to run them as a set of 4 last night because they're all so similar and by the same artist. So I don't know, you guys tell me. So there's 2 in this style frame, and they're prints, I believe, but they're signed in pencil by Bill Alexander below on the matting, and they're of dudes skiing in the woods. And let me scoot these over. So you got 2 like that, and then you have 2 that are very similar, but they're in different frames. These ones are in like light wood frames, and again, it's dudes skiing. And these frames are probably like an inch, maybe slightly more wide compared to the other ones that are like a 1/4 inch wide. But again, they're signed in pencil. And then on this one in particular, I could see down here, this little black speck, it says Alexander. Yeah, you bet I can. Let me run these and then I'll run those. And then Rami, I will grab your plates. I promise. I actually know exactly where they are. If they're the ones I'm thinking of. All right. So I think maybe I'll just run them in 2 different sets. Maybe somebody doesn't want all 4. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see here. Edit item. Let's weigh this first set. 2.5 pounds. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm gonna get myself a copyright strike. All right, so first up, oh, here, let me measure them just so you guys know roughly. They are, this first set is just shy of 11 inches long and just shy of 9 inches wide, each one of them. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. I know you need more plates, Rami. I saw this piece today at Savers that I mentioned you in. I didn't get it because it was huge and it was heavy, but I thought of you. I knew you would like it. All right. Big Bird, big BD, right? Oh, hell, where did my Post-its go? There they are. I found them. All right, what was that? Number 10. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations. These are super cool. And what's funny about these is last night when I first ran them, now I got both of these sets at Savers, but I don't think I picked them all up at the same time. And so last night when I was pulling them out, I realized that I had 4 by the same artist that were also, it was wild. I did not expect it. Set those over there. Okay, so then the next set by the same artist and very similar in style, but they do have the wider frames, and I believe they are wood frames, guys. And here's the back of these. This one has a little Velcro on the bottom, and this one has Velcro on the top and bottom. I really don't know why, but it is there. No issue to either of them that I can tell. Oh, let me weigh them. I think these ones are slightly heavier because of the frames. Yeah, they're just at 4 pounds. Edit item. Okay. So same thing, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. The second pair of Bill Alexander signed prints. And I wouldn't be surprised, since this top one has Alexander in that bottom right corner of the print itself. And honestly, wouldn't surprise me if you pulled back the matting and looked and found like print numbers or additional signatures that are being covered by the matting. Does it tell you how much they'll be to ship? No, it's just a standard scale. What do they call it? Postal scale? Is that what they call it, Rami? So it'll weigh like way, very light things up to, I think it's like 250 pounds or something crazy, which I definitely wouldn't be running anything. I can't even lift anything 250 pounds, so I'll never be selling anything 250 pounds. At least not online. Number 11. Well, BD, thank you very much. Congratulations. I'm messing that up. I'll confuse myself later. Okay, let me set these to the side. And now, Rami, let me grab those plates. Okay. I think this is what you're talking about, Rami. Is this it? That tapestry pattern? Yeah? Okay. Let me check them over again. All right, I don't see any issues on this one. Here's a look at the back of it for you guys. Macasa Stone Manor Tapestry, F as in Frank, 5828, oven to table dishwasher, Japan. There's a set of 3 of them here. And let me check them each over real good. I didn't see any chips or cracks or crazing to the first one. That all looks good. The second one looks good. Man, I wish they'd have had 4 of them. But these were too pretty to leave behind. No, that's okay. All right. I think we're good to go, Rami. Let me weigh them real quick. All All right, they are a little heavy. They're just shy of 5 pounds. Ship all 4 of those together so you don't have to pay separate shipping. Yeah, I combine shipping, BD, and then refund you any overage for shipping costs. And I don't charge you guys for boxes and paper or any supplies or any of that. You only pay whatever the postal service cost for those folks to physically take it to you. All right, let's see here. So these were right at 5 pounds. Now, diameter-wise, Rami, let me tell you, they're just shy of 11 inches in diameter, so they do need a slightly larger box, just FYI. But you got that bird, and I bet you they'll fit in that same box probably. Okay, that all looks good. Okay, update listing. All right, so starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. I hope this is the right setup. You have this beautiful Macasa Tapestry pattern. And this is another one that, guys, when I, went to like find info on it to do the haul review in my video, I couldn't hardly find anything. All right, Rami, congratulations. Thank you very much. I'm sure they're going to go good in your collection, Rami. Set those guys right there. Okay. So, yeah, Rami, my scale is just, it's yay big or whatever, but I mean, it works. Like, it doesn't calculate up like shipping cost or anything like that for me. That part just happens when I put in the dimensions of the box and the weight, and then it pulls up like the calculated shipping in there for, and I have it set to ground advantage. So it gives like, the rough estimate between, dependent upon where somebody's at versus me. You know how it goes. You sell, I'm happy you're excited for them. They are for you. I know. When I saw them, I thought of you. I think of you a lot, Rami, when I'm thrifting. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let me run this one, and then I have some more, a couple more art pieces and stuff like that, like picture-wise and stuff. Here, let me get a set up real quick. Edit item. What does this weigh? Just over 2 pounds. Okay. And how big was it? 12. Okay, that ought to work. Update listing. Okay. All right. So this is a really cool piece. I found this. I can't remember. It's the Goodwill down in KCMO, like in downtown, not Waldo. It's down closer, I think, to like KU Hospital. But it has this same green beaded material all along the outside, and there's no gaps or missing pieces to that. And then that it does on the inside, it has this glass face on it, and these little leaves look like to be mirrors, and all these little birds, I don't know what they are, parrots, I guess. I think, obviously I can't get in there to really tell you, but they look like they're wood, and they're hand painted. This is more or less new old stock. It still has the original tag on it here, and it says World Traveler, handcrafted in India. The artisans of India. Yeah, the artisans of India handcraft unique pieces that reflect their magnificent culture and centuries of history. Enjoy a bit of this magnificence in your home. There can be variations as it is all hand done, making every piece unique, which I thought it was pretty darn unique for sure. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. So, and I want to say it was right around 11 inches long and 7 or 8 or so wide. Oh, let me show you the back of it too. I don't think I've shown you guys that. All right. It's not a bird night. I'm telling you, it's not a bird night. Okay. What else did we want to run? What was this? What was that? Oh, that's that air mug. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if there's rules against this piece on Niknax. It's art. I'm going to preface it with that. And I will even, oh, that won't work. Let me, there's no damage to where I'm putting this little piece of tape. I just don't want Jocelyn to yell at me. Okay. So I found this piece of art over at the Goodwill, and beneath this painter's tape is a bosom. And it is obviously 3D. And this is some kind of a, I don't know, plaster kind of material. I'm not positive. It's signed. I don't know what that signature means, but I just thought it was really cool. And here's the back of it for you guys. And surprisingly, I was able to find similar pieces online, but I honestly know how they make this because it looks like hand sculpted. It doesn't really look mold formed, you know? But it is a really cool piece of art. And again, there's no damage to the bosom underneath the tape. I just, like I said, I don't want to break the rules, guys, and have naughty pictures. All right. It's about 1.5 pounds. Raid. Awesome. Well, welcome in, Raiders. We're getting ready to run this piece of art here. Let me get it set up. My name's Amanda. Let's see. And we are working on clearing out my dining room. So I'm just running a whole bunch of randomness. Let's see. What is it? 1.5. Okay. So that's actually probably okay. Done. Okay. I think that's probably good. All right. Okay. So for all y'all new people that just came in, Attic on the Beach, Amy, thank you so much. I appreciate the raid. Beneath this painter's tape that I put on here is a bosom. There's no damage to the bosom, but I didn't want to get in trouble for showing boobies on Niknax. So this is a 3D style piece of art, and this is some sort of a like plaster type material that to me doesn't look mold formed. It looks hand sculpted, to be honest with you. And then it's like painted and stuff. Try and tilt it in the light a little better for you guys. Here's the back of it. And it does have some kind of little signature down here, but I have no idea whose signature that is. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. I think this one I got at the Goodwill in Overland Park. And I think my brother was with me that day. And I just thought it was a really interesting piece of art. All right. TMC Kinley, thank you very much. Congratulations. Let me see here. That was number 13. All right, and let me pull the painter's tape off of the boobie so that it doesn't attach to the paint. Okay, boobie's intact. Let me move it to the side. That thing is so pretty. Okay. I'm going to run this piece with you guys. Now, what I don't like about it is it looks like the end of this, what the heck is this called? It's a necklace, and it usually has, you know, like the pendant. What is that called? Oh my golly, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, it looks like it's missing whatever was on the end of it. Yes, Rami, the boobies are intact. But the reason I picked this piece up, honestly, was not because of the beauty of the frame or any of that. It was the beauty of the tile. This is completely hand painted, and it has this hummingbird on here. And so I think that you could take and reframe this tile. The tile itself is kind of debossed in this sort of like laciness, just ever so lightly in relief. And then all of this is hand painted. And then on the back of it is a little sticker that says hand painted by Helga Mueller. But I don't think, well, it looks like Helga put her name right here, but I don't see a year or anything like that. So I don't know when Helga painted it, but Helga did a hell of a job. That is beautiful. Let me weigh it real quick. All right. Just over a pound. Edit item. Let's see here. And if somebody gets this and they want me to remove the tile or the frame or just whatever, if you have any special instructions on it, if you're not interested in the frame, I can take that off. That doesn't bother me at all. Or I can send it just as is. You just let me know. Because like I said, I don't think the frame is the beauty of this piece. I think that the tile is where it's at. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful hand-painted hummingbird by Helga Mueller. All right, tab 129. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Number 14. There we go. Okay. Set that guy there. Okay. Now, this one here is a little more, I don't know, country-esque style, if you will. On the back, it says Framers of the Lost Art Custom Framing, the Finer Line Gallery, West Main Street, Mystic, Connecticut. From Julie and Ed Daleen, 1996, to Derek, Cameron, and Chad. And Derek, Cameron, and Chad didn't want this anymore, I guess. So, keep the frame, not a problem. I'll send it just as is. Friendship warms the heart, and then it has the adorable little gals. But this is like a needlepoint, I think is what that would be called, right? It's stinking adorable. And the frame, let's look at that. The frame looks to overall be in pretty good condition. It does have a little nick up here, but I don't see any major damage to it. Let me give you a rough size, about 11 1/4 by 11 1/4. And let me weigh it real quick for you. All right, 1.5 pounds. Edit item. All right, that should be good. Okay, so starting at $8 and running for 20 seconds. Do I have any oil paintings? Technically, yes, but they're enormous. I'm trying to think if I have any smaller ones. All right. Set you right back down there. Let me look around for oil paintings, and I'm on here pretty much every day around 5:30 at the moment, so I will look around for some. There very well could be some hidden in these boxes. I know I have some over here, but they're huge, like really big. My YouTube channel is Pieces of the Past KC. So, oh, let me figure out, what do we want to run next? Let's run this candy dish thing. Katie, are you still here? Do you want me to run that ruby candy dish? Yes? Okay. I'm going to run this Franciscan one, and then I'll run that. Okay, so this is Franciscan. It's got the panel optic. It's that depression style, like pink glass. There's the base of it. No chips or cracks. There's little gold fade to it. Let me see. Let me try putting this in here. I don't know if this will help at all. To help you guys be able to see the gold. There's minimal gold fade to it. But I believe this is the Rambler Rose design along the top. No chips or cracks to the candy dish itself. The lid is in pretty good condition, but it does have one minor flaw. The gold up here is actually intact and pretty nice. I think that's the only gold that was on the lid. It's otherwise in perfect condition, except for it does have this little chip right here on the underside. It's not sharp or anything, but it is there. So I do want to make that known. Let me weigh that real quick. Right at about 2 pounds. Okay. All right. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful pink Franciscan Rambler Rose. Gold trim. Minor chip on the underside of the lid. But beautiful piece. All right, Katie, thank you very much. Congratulations. What is that? Number 15. Okay. I got it marked. Let me add a little painter's tape to that. Okay. Got her marked. Okay, let me grab that ruby one. All right, you guys. This one I picked up in a pretty recent video over at City Thrift in Waldo. And it's stinking beautiful. Let me pull it back a little bit. The lighting in here, I just kind of have to play with it. I can't ever seem to get it perfect. So this one here, it is hand painted. The gold has very minor, if any, wear to it. Same thing with these hand painted paste flowers on here. It's hard to show you because when I tilt it, the red blurs it out, but it's got some flowers down here as well. And here's the other side of it. Here's the interior. It needs to be cleaned out, and I'll clean it out for you. It is perfect except for it does have this one chip, not to the interior side, but a chip right here to the exterior. And let me see if you can see it from this angle. Where'd it go? It's right here. So see, you can hardly even tell it at all from the top, but it is there nonetheless, and I want to make sure you guys know that. The lid has no chips, cracks, or damage. I mean, even the gold on the handle of it is like in pristine condition. It is gorgeous. Ruby glass, all hand painted. Absolutely beautiful. All right, about 1.5 pounds. Let's duplicate, edit. I bet you that'll still work. Okay. All right. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful ruby compote. Most folks refer to this as Bohemian glass. Replacements.com, they were calling it Victorian something glass by this company called Sai, and I'm not sure, really. So, where'd my Post-its go? All right, Rami, congratulations. Thank you very much. Is that number 16? Okay, how long have we been going? About 2 hours? Time is it? 7:30. Okay. Theodore's going to start getting antsy for his dinner soon. Let's run a couple more things and then we'll call it a night for today. Let me set this guy here. Okay, what else do we want to run? Oh. What is that? Yep. Ooh, there's dirt in it. We're going to run this Stangle too. Oh, we're going to run Stangle. Okay, this is Costa Bota. You don't need any of this, Rami. I'm sorry. Am I feeding your addiction? I'm probably a bad friend. This here is Costa Bota plate. Let me get our, what does he weigh? He's just under a pound. Let's fix his ship in here. Okay, update listing. Okay, so Costa Bota plate. It is signed. I honestly can't even pronounce this artist's name, which is probably why I can't remember it. But it is signed down here with UHV/LJ. And there's remnant of a sticker right here that says hand painted something machine. I think that it's a fused glass plate. So I think it's probably a machine molded plate, but then it's hand painted. And I saw in someone else's listing that they had like 13 or 14 of these plates, and the bird was just one design. They had a few others, I think different animals and stuff. You're a mess. Oh, you're too funny. I do have some brass. I have a brass camel. I have a pretty good sized cowbell, a quail. Oh, and I have a few brass pieces back here, like a pitcher and a like teapot or kettle kind of thing. I can bring those up too before we head out if you guys are interested. All right, let's run this Costa Bota plate. Oh, let me tell you his diameter. I want to say it was like 6 inches. I'm lying. He's about 7.5 inches diameter. All right, starting at $16. Adorable Costa Bota. That's it, Katie. Thank you. That's the name. Her initials down here. I think her. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I love this. The birds aren't winning tonight, though, guys. The birds aren't winning. What the hell was I grabbing? Oh, hold on. I'm going to grab the brass. Jesus Christ. Was that a fly? There's some sort of demon bug in here. Could you guys see it? Did it go in front of the camera? I don't think it was a fly. It didn't move like a fly. Look, it looked like a bird. It was, I don't know. He went back that way. I don't know. It scared the hell out of me. Oh my God. Well, you know, welcome to my life sale. All right, so here, oh crap. Here's this beautiful Stangle piece. It is, I think that they called this line like antique gold, and I'm not positive, but I feel like they may have done other colors than just this sort of like a light teal blue, but it's brushed with gold on it. This one, if I can get the light to cooperate, still has partial of the Stangle sticker there. Let me check it for damage. I don't see any chips or cracks. The interior's a little dirty. I'll wipe it out. I think when I got it, it had like fake plant in it and one of those like foamy things. So I think that's the residue of that that's in there. But then it's stamped on the bottom, Stangle Pottery. I can't read it backwards. Trenton, New Jersey. It's number 4004, patent pending. And then you can see the little firing pin marks. But yeah, no damage to this. I think this is what would be referred to as a cash pot. It is beautiful. I'm a huge fan of Stangle. All right, he's just shy of 1.5 pounds. Let me see here. He fixes shipping. There we go. Da, 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 da. All right, starting at 16, running for 20 seconds. Gorgeous flippin' Stangle piece. I can't help myself with the Stangle. I think I got this one at Heart and Hand too. And I think this is another one where they profiled me. And I I got to the checkout and I can't think of the guy's name that works there, but he is so sweet. And he always comes up and talks to me when I'm filming and stuff. You guys usually probably hear his voice in the background for a second. But I go up to the checkout and he's like, I knew you were going to get that. I knew it. And I'm like, what? Are you guys stalking me? Are you? Thank you, Rami. Congratulations. See, number 17. All right. But I love going over there and filming, guys, because they just, I love what they do, you know, like genuinely. And the people that run it are there for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Okay, let me grab those other brass pieces back here. Hey, what's that? No, that's nothing. Oh my golly, what's that? Oh, that's big pottery stuff. Okay, I think I made it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. We're good to go. All right, so I do have my dining room's way better than yours. I don't know. It doesn't feel that way. Slowly but surely I'm getting things moved out, but it doesn't feel that. I feel like I'm doing gymnastics when I'm trying to walk through there. But we'll get there. All my stuff might wind up in your dining room, Rami. So I have this brass, I guess tea kettle, right? No, technically, wouldn't it be a coffee pot? I'm a little teapot, short and stout, right? I don't know. It's some sort of a pot. Anyway, there's no markings on the base. Here's the interior of it. It's an older piece. The hinge is in good condition. I mean, I suppose it could use like a good polishing up and cleaning if you wanted to. But I have this. He weighs right about 1.5 pounds. I'm just gonna run it. Edit him. 1.5 pounds. Okay, so he's probably good there. Okay. So starting at $12, about 1.5 pounds worth of brass. Really cool though. I like it. I like that the hinge still works on it too. Your brother came through it the other day to get to your lanai, and when he opened the door, said, "Holy crap." Yeah, definitely, Romy. I know it. That's what I always tell people too. I'm like, just avoid that room. Don't go in there. Don't try to. You're gonna trip and break something. Although Theodore, he doesn't care. He will just barge right through there, which is why. That's why, one reason anyway, that I keep things in boxes, and not just in boxes, but generally have them wrapped up in paper, because he's like the size of a small pony and doesn't comprehend in his brain, so he just like swings his body around and knocks things over all the time. He's broken several good pieces of things I've picked up over the years. This one here still has the Made in India sticker, and then it has for decorative purpose only, not for food use. I don't know why they would put not for food use. Like, I don't think it's lead. Where's my magnet? Hold on, I got a magnet in here. I mean, it's not my normal one. Yeah, it's not magnetic. None of them are magnetic. So I don't know why it has that sticker on there, but it does. Anyway, here is a look at the whole thing. Again, it needs a good cleaning up. I wouldn't polish it or anything, but I'll wash it up a little bit if anybody gets it. Let me hit restart auction. Let me weigh this guy. And he's just over 1.5 pounds. I think the settings were fine. Yeah, okay. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Really cool wide mouth brass pitcher. I think this would look really pretty as like a vase. All right. And this little thing I'm not going to bother with. I don't know what this is. It does have a Made in India sticker on the bottom, but I don't know if it's like a candle holder. If anybody's interested in it, I'm happy to run it. I figured it's pretty plain. Like, there's nothing special about it. There's no design in it. So I don't know. If anybody's interested though, let me know. I'm happy to run it. Okay, let me grab this quail. Here is the little brass quail. And I'll get you some measurements on him. There's no signatures or marks or anything on the base. There's no damage to him. He does kind of look a little angry, to be honest. But that's okay. Maybe he's had a rough day. All right. He weighs just about 1 pound. And he is about 5 inches long and roughly 4 inches tall. Let's restart that auction. What did I say he weighed? Just under 1 pound. Okay, let me edit his shipping. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Oh, brass can. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. All right, Angie RN, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let's see, that's number 18. Little painter's tape on there. Yeah, I have a copper kettle that I dump my water into to help structure my water. And then I have a couple of like rose quartz stones that just kind of hang out in the base of it. I do have a brass cowbell. I do. We're getting ready to look at it. Here, we'll do the cowbell and then we'll do the camel. So copper is actually good for you, but that makes sense with the brass. I didn't think about that. I don't have a deer. I do have a deer listed elsewhere. Wink, wink. Big D. Yeah, it's a deer. Well, right here on the counter, I have a camel. I do have a deer. It's a holiday style deer, but you could remove the ribbon around the neck, and I don't know that anybody would know or be the wiser. Okay. I have to unlist it from where it's currently listed. So let me bring it tomorrow. Okay. Cause I'll have to do some stuff, but I'll do that assuming it's not sold. I'll do that and I'll bring it to my sale tomorrow. All right. This is the cowbell. It works. It has some age to it, as you can tell. There's the side of it. I don't think there's any like maker's marks or stamps or, you know, like manufacturing or, let me check the inside. No, there's some like purple paint somehow that got in here that I can get that out without a problem. But can you guys see into there pretty good? All right, let me weigh it real quick. Just under a pound. Okay. Edit item. Let me make sure shipping's good. Okay, we should be good to go. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Cowbell. And I measured it last night. I feel like it was like 4 inches wide and I don't know, maybe 4 inches tall, something like that, give or take, somewhere right around there. All right. Is it TMC Kinley? Am I saying it right? Thank you very much. Congratulations. Let me put a little tape on there, make sure that stays. All right, let me set this guy over here. Okay, camel time. Oh my God, he's heavy. Okay. Tanya. All right, I'm going to try to lock it in. Thank you very much, Tanya. This is our big, heavy brass camel. He is in good condition. I don't see any damage, repairs, or issues. I don't believe he has any maker's marks or anything on his underside or anywhere else. Let me weigh him real quick. All right, he's about 3.5 pounds. pretty close. So let me update his shipping. Where did it go? Here we are. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Giant camel. I've had this guy for a long time. I don't remember. I feel like I got him out of an estate sale. All right, Tanya. Perfect. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I ran out of Post-its. What was that? Number 20. All right. I think that's all I had for brass stuff, at least for the moment anyway. Oh, let me set this guy over here somewheres. Stay there, camel. Okay. I don't know. All right. Well, let's finish it off with running these enamel bowls real quick, and then we'll call it good. These are metal exterior, kind of silver toned. They are, this one still has the sticker. They're by Simply Designs, handcrafted just for you. Hand wash only. Variations in color are the handmade nature of this product. They're made in India. And I have found these in different colors, but I picked these ones up because you can see like this kind of like swirl design. It kind of makes it look like mother of pearl or something in there, but it's just this enameling, and they're stinking cute. The light is killing me, but they are really cool little nut dishes. Let me weigh them here. They're just shy of a pound. Duplicate. Let me edit the list in. Let's update that shipping. There we go. All right. Set of 2 of them for $10. Enameled metal. I'm going to go with nut dishes, trinket dishes, whatever dishes. I'm trying to hold them downward in the light so you guys can see the enamel in them. One of these days I'll figure out a better light setup. All right, Tanya, perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Okay. All right, guys. Well, what time is it? Almost 8 o'clock. What, we've been going for almost 2.5 hours. All right. Well, we'll call it good for tonight. And then I plan on being back tomorrow at 5:30. So I'll see you guys then. But let's go find somebody to raid. I appreciate all y'all coming out. It means a lot to me. Just even hanging out with you guys is fun. So let's do my flippin' van life. Let's go for it. All right, guys. I'll see you later.